Welcome to Computer Networking. Today we are going to see about OSI reference model. OSI reference model. It is nothing but open system interconnection. OSI model was a name given by a standard organization called International Organization of Standardization. So it is a governing body for OSI model. So what is the purpose of creating this open source open system interconnection is it sets a protocol how the communication take place between from one computer to another computer. What are the things has to be performed, what are the things it has not to be performed. So it acts as a protocol how the communication take place. In OSI model we have 7 different layers and how it interact with each other. So that is the overall picture of this OSI model. So why this OSI model is called as OSI reference model? Because it acts as a blueprint of how the data is transferred from one computer to another. It also helps us to develop standards for a hardware and software so that the devices can communicate with each other. So it is also responsible for maintaining and standardizing the network technologies, how well the hardware and software are organized, and what are the protocols has to be followed to ensure it adapts and transfers the data from one device to another. So this acts as a blueprint. So this model OSI is called as OSI reference model. Basically, in OSI reference model, it has 7 layers. Each layer has different functionalities and it also supports operations from one layer to another layer. It provides rules, what are the rules and what are the protocols has to be followed between computers. Other than this OSI reference model, there are some other examples of references models are available. So the well-known reference model that is available is TCP IP reference model. So TCP IP reference model is nothing but transmission control protocol and internet protocol model. This TCP IP model has 4 layers. When comparing it with OSI model, it has 7 layers. Before seeing about OSI reference model or simply OSI model, we have to see how it has evolved over the years. So initially it was a single layer model where communication take place between computer devices from one device to another devices through a link. The link can be of a connection between a physical cable or a radio link. Only a single set of wires used to connect between two computers to transfer the data and the communication to take place. From single layer it moves towards 2-layer model where the operations will be performed from the end user. That is nothing but the process take place at application layer. From application layer it moves towards the technical standard. The technical standard performs the necessity operations and requirement, and through physical cable it transfers the data. Basically application layer concentrates on user interface, accessing the file and transferring the file. All the remaining operations will be performed at the technical standards, and the communication from device 1 to device 2 will be performed through a cable. From 2 to second layer model we move towards 4-layer model. So this 4-layer model is also called as TCP IP model, where it has 4 layers. So the 4 layers are application, network, data link and physical layer. So already we knew the purpose of application layer. So it acts as a end user application, transferring the file from one user to another user. Network layer, it routes the packet from one place to another. It basically network layer helps us to route the data packets. From network layer it transfers the data to the data link layer, where data link layer perform operations and it will convert those data packets to frames. From frames, it will move on to physical layer, where that frames that containing data will be converted into bits. So already we know what is meant by bits. So bits is nothing but combinations of zeros and one. So this is about 4-layer model. So what are the purpose? So physical layer, it is nothing but how one system is connected with another system. How it can be connected, either it can be wired or it can be wireless. Wired in the sense what type of wire? Coaxial cable, twisted pair cable, like that. Wireless means through frequency, radio waves. Network layer, already we have discussed. It performs operation. It routes a packet from one node to another. Data link layer, it transfers the data to frames and helps us to transmit the data by finding out the MAC address of the receiver. So each MAC address has unique ID. Each system has unique ID. Based on the MAC address, it will transfer the data between two nodes. Next, we move towards 7-layer OSI model. So as we know, this OSI model has 7 layers. So 7 layers are application, presentation, session, transport, network, data link, and physical layer. So these are the 7 layers. There is a simple trick to look at this OSI reference model. So you can easily understand and easily make a shortcut so that you can easily understand this OSI layers. So the trick to remember this OSI 7 layers without any mismatch are, please do not take salesperson advice, where P represents physical, T represents data link, N represents network, T represents transport, S represents sales, P represents presentation, and A represents advice, application. So this is a trick to remember the order of OSI layers. This is the overall picture of what are the operations that can be performed at each layer. So we will see one by one what are the functionalities of each layer. First layer, it starts with application. So already we know the purpose of application layer. The purpose of application is end user application or end user access permissions. So what are the applications that it can perform are HTTP, HTTPS, FTP, etc., etc. So these are the applications where the operation initially starts at the end user. From application, it moves towards presentation. So presentation layer is nothing but the main purpose of this presentation layer is to transfer the data, format the data. Basically, it performs encryption and decryption, where the data will be encrypted and decrypted at the sender and receiver side by protecting the data from the intruder. From presentation, it moves towards session layer. Session layer allows us to maintain the activity log, where it establishes the connection, how it establishes the connection, after performing the operation, how it terminates the connection between applications. The main responsibility of this session layer is to maintain the activity log of each and every session and what are the operations it is performed. From session, it moves to transport layer. So transport layer ensures end-to-end communication between two devices, where transport layer make use of transferring the data from one place to another. It uses two protocols, one is TCP and UDP. So TCP is transmission control protocol, UDP is user datagram protocol. TCP represents reliable data delivery because it uses wired connection, and UDP is user datagram protocol, it uses wireless connection, so there is no reliability of delivering the data from one place to another. And also, other than establishing end-to-end communication, it also ensures how the data is flown from one place to another. From transport, it moves the data to network layer. Network layer helps us to select the path from which path it transfers the data between two systems. Basically, the purpose of network layer is used to identify the MAC address. After identifying the MAC address, it moves the packet. That is nothing but it routes the packet from one system to another. That is nothing but it moves the data from transport layer to data link layer. After receiving the data from the network layer. The data link layer helps us to convert the packets that is received from the network layer and convert it to frames, where it provides reliable data transfer through different mediums. It helps us to transfer the control by converting the packets received from network layer into frames. From data link layer, it moves towards physical layer. The physical layer is responsible for converting the frames that is received from the data link layer to bits. So already we know what is bits. It is nothing but a binary transmission. It can be all the frames that is received from data link layer will be converted into zeros and ones. The physical connection not only converts the data to bits, it also transfers the data through a physical cable. So the physical cable, that is nothing but the transmission medium, how it can be moved from one place to another. There are different type of physical transmission cable medium available, such as coaxial, twisted pair cable, etc., unshielded, etc. So these are the purpose of physical layer. So here we can see the overall picture of OSI architecture. If you see here, from device A, it starts from application layer, then it moves to presentation. From presentation, move towards session. From session, it moves to transport. Likewise, network layer, data link, and physical layer. After completing all the layers, it directly communicates with another device through a physical cable. From physical, it moves to data link. Likewise, it moves to network, transport, session, presentation. At last, it reaches the application of end user of another device called B. This is how the exchange of information takes place at different layers of OSI model. Here it represents the overall summary of OSI architecture. We can sum this up as follows. So the application layer allows us to access the network by means of HTTP, HTTPS, FTP, etc. Then it moves towards presentation. It helps us to encrypt and decrypt the data. From presentation, move to session, where it establishes and manages the sessions operations that is performed. From session, it moves towards transport. It helps us to deliver the data reliably by either by using TCP or UDP. From transport, it moves towards network. It helps us to move the packet from one place to another by routing the packets. From network, it moves towards data link, where the packets received will be converted into frames and it will be delivered to physical layer. Physical layer, after receiving the data from the network layer, from the data link layer, transmits the frames into bits through a physical medium or another device. So this is the conclusion of OSI architecture. You can remember either this thing analogy, or you can simply use the trick that I told you to understand and remember the OSI architecture. Thank you.
Hope this session gives the basic understanding of an algorithm. Thank you.